Good day, everyone. Welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we are very happy to see you here today. This weekend project is I'm adding borders to a customer quilt. Now, this quilt was done via our stream about 3 months ago when we were in Ontario. It was a jelly roll race, and we were, Lori Clark, myself, and a couple others were doing it all for charity. This one happens to be Joanne's, and she just kind of said, would you mind finishing it off for me? And I'm like, no problem at all. So we've got 2 borders that we're going to add to this. This is a Donna Jordan jelly roll race project. So catch the pattern. Hopefully maybe we'll just put a link in below or something like that. So, and we're just going to add the borders. Okay. So I've trimmed it up. And so the first cut that I need was about a 58.5. And what I did is I measured the top, the middle, and the bottom, and took the average of the 3, and then that's what I'm going to do throughout the whole process. For every side that we add, we're going to do that: a top, a middle, and a bottom, and an average in between. Okay, so we can just add these ones here because I've already got it cut and ready to go. So on the short side, we're going to do the short side first. Okay, to get the short sides on and ironed, and then I will measure to do the long sides. Okay, so let's catch up with you once I got this one added. Okay, we're back. We've added the 2 short borders to the top of both of them. We're just going to give this a nice little press. There we go. Outwards, and then we'll take those measurements from both edges as well as the middle to give us the length for our other long sides. Okay. You could do long first and short second. That's, you know, I don't think there's really, you know, a rule, but there may be. And I like how the pattern is written. They give you the big, just add a huge long strip for your borders, and then you just kind of measure, cut, and add. So you're not trying to make each one a specific length at the first part. You just kind of go with the flow. All right, now we're going to take our measurements. Okay, so we're going to add end to end. I'll show you the quilt so you can actually see how pretty it is. Okay. So these are the sides that we need to do. Okay. So if we measure here, we're taking this whole length here from this end here where they got the 2 raw edges and the folded edge. Make sure it's folded where it needs to go. Put it up against your border or measuring tape. And it looks like I've got, I'm not trying to stretch it, I'm just putting it right up against the line, 33.25. So that means 66.5. Okay, so 66.5 for the top. Now we're going to go to the middle, okay, the middle of the project. You can see that I'm trying to get down to where the middle is. Make sure the raw edges are together. Okay, kind of fluff it out a bit. Again, put it on the line of 1 or 0. And it looks for about 33.5. Okay, so we got 37 and a 36.5. Okay, and then we're gonna. That's just fabric. They're most often than not, they're not going to be the same. Okay, that's just fabric. Okay. And then here and here, and it looks like we got about 33.5. So the average there is 33.5. Or well, sorry, 66.5. Okay. So, because it was 33.25. So what we want to do is make sure that our next border pieces, they're going to be that 66.5. Okay. So we'll put that off to the side here. These are our 2 strips that are together. This is a 2-inch strip border, and the second is a 4.5-inch strip border. Of course, you can add as many borders as you like, make it as big as you like, even just do a little one if you just want to frame it. It's up to you. Okay. So what I like to do is take it and do that measurement twice. So here I have it on the raw edge on my measuring board, or my cutting board here, sorry. And go down to the 1, or to the 0, sorry, and then put like a little pinch on the fabric, and then I'm going to scoot that to where it is here, and then scoot this down over so it hangs, and then I'm going to cut it right off at the 1. Okay, so that should be the perfect size that we need for those 2 other borders. Okay, trim this, and we will pin it and sew it. Okay, we've got the quilt top to this state already. We've got the 2-inch border on all 4 sides. We're going to take this side that we started off with the first time with the first border. We're going to take it, we're going to measure it, and that's when we're going to add the 4.5-inch border on top of this one, okay? So again, we're going to measure in the 3 spots, 3 times measure. Okay, we got 31.5. Got the raw edges together here. So what was that? 31.5. 31. That's in the center. We're grabbing the other side. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Thank you very much for joining. 31.5-ish. Just shy of 31.5. So that makes us what, 62, 63? So 63 inches is the first cut for the borders for the other side. Okay, let me get those cut and pinned on. We'll be right back. All right, we're just going to press this border out, the bigger 4.5-inch one. Okay, and then we will do our last measures for the other side, get the 3 measurements, and then we're done. And that is adding some beautiful borders to a customer quilt. Well, I guess customer flimsy at this point, but soon to be a quilt. It's going right on the long arm. The batting's been out for like 3 or 4 days. It was bag batting, so it was rolled really, really tight, so I have to kind of let it flop out for a few days to unwrinkle itself. Okay, so that measurement is 37.5. Someone remember that. Okay, 37.5 for the top, 37.5 for the middle. Are we gonna have a super square quilt? 37.5. Nice. All right. So I guess 37.5 times 2 is 74, 75. So 75. Okay. All right. Next 2 pieces, cut it 75 and add it on to here. We'll see you when it's on. Dun, dun, dun. We're just adding the last piece on to this beautiful quilt top, and then we'll be done. So hopefully you found this tutorial about adding borders, finding the 3 halves, like, or 3 spots to measure, the top, the bottom, and the middle, and then cutting accordingly, and then pinning up your fabrics. I like to pin 1 at each end, in the middle, and then make sure the fabric gets eased in between. Especially if your quilt just happens to be just slightly a little bit longer than your border pieces, just so you're trying to square it up. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see this quilt being quilted up on the long arm. We do 2 videos and 2 2 videos and 2 lives every week. We try to. Let's give this a little press, and then I'll show you this beautiful. Oh, I love these borders. Love it. Sorry, move that out of the way. So pretty. They come together so lovely. And that pink just pulls right out, right from the quilt itself. Great choice, Joanne. Great choice. We were talking about border colors at the time, and she was like, blue? I'm like, yes, go for blue. So I was like, you could pick it up in so many spots, and you wouldn't even realize some of the fabric actually had a little hint of blue into it, right? Or it picks up the tones of green. Blue goes so well with so many colors. Right? Peaches and pinks and blues and browns. There, beautiful. Perfect example of a beautiful squared corner right there. Iron the other side, but I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. Awesome. So the end size was 75 by, let's check this out, 75 by 71. So almost a square quilt, just a slightly rectangular. Thank you very much for joining us today, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Big hugs to you and yours. the other one? Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Stitches of love we weave and sew. In this online world we come to grow. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop where hearts align. Let's embrace the craft and let our souls shine.